Jake Paul spent the night using every inch of an oversized ring, circling, sliding, and surviving against a towering Anthony Joshua whose presence alone carried danger. Even past his prime, Joshua remained a force of pure weight and violence, every punch backed by frightening power. From the opening bell, the outcome felt inevitable, and the crowd made its feelings clear, raining boos as Paul chose movement over confrontation. What unfolded was not pretty, but it was memorable. Paul danced, tied up, and retreated, forcing Joshua to chase and reset. It frustrated fans inside the arena and viewers at home, but it also revealed something different about Paul. He was not reckless. He was calculating. And for brief moments, he was effective. There were flashes that mattered. A stiff jab snapped Joshua's head back. Short uppercuts landed despite the massive size gap. A few clean combinations reminded everyone that Paul has learned how to punch with intent. These moments did not change the fight, but they changed the conversation. By the middle rounds, exhaustion caught up to him. The movement slowed, the legs faded, and the pressure became too much. When the knockout finally came, it felt less like failure and more like the conclusion of a challenge that was always beyond reach. Paul hit the canvas multiple times and paid a heavy physical price, but he also answered a long-standing criticism. He no longer hides behind novelty matchups. He stepped into the ring with one of the most significant heavyweights of the modern era. That alone reshapes his image. He proved toughness, survival instincts, and growth that cannot be dismissed. Heavyweight is clearly not his future, but this fight may have clarified his path forward. At cruiserweight, where speed and endurance matter more than sheer mass, his progress becomes intriguing. His improved footwork, shot selection, and composure suggest he could compete at a meaningful level if he solves his biggest weakness, sustaining pressure over a long fight. Even Joshua acknowledged the difficulty Paul created. The clinch work, the awkward angles, and the refusal to quit forced adjustments. That respect carried weight, coming from someone who has faced the best. Boxing has never been purely about merit. It is shaped by money, timing, and opportunity, and Paul understands that reality better than most. He did not exploit the system. He studied it. In a sport that often fast-tracks prospects and protects its own, Paul's ambition feels uncomfortable only because it is transparent. Boos echoed through the arena, but they rang hollow. This was not a stunt. It was a statement. Jake Paul lost, painfully and publicly, yet walked away with something more valuable than victory. He earned legitimacy, and in boxing, that can be enough to open doors once thought impossible.